So, you're clicking on a Yanqing guide, huh? I guess you lost the 50-50 too? But hold on, before we go re-rolling our accounts and getting banned by MiHoYo, let's actually take a look at young Vanilla Ice's kit. Ow! Wait, did he just get spanked? Where can I get magic swords?
Swordsmanship isn't just about maintaining your skills. You have to put them to the test if you want to learn something new. So, if you're not busy today, want to go a few rounds?
Fun fact, Yanqing actually means to invite for dinner, except the only thing this little guy's eating is all of your skill points. And maybe one of those like frozen TV dinners or something, because if it's freeze. Never mind.
The Iceman cometh.
Let's kick it off by looking at his technique. At the start of the battle, Yanqing deals 30% more damage for 2 turns to enemies whose current HP is 50% or higher. Now this may only stack once per encounter, but it is ability based, so you can use this in combination with another teammate's technique prior to the battle.
Time for some sword play!
Frostthorn is his basic attack. Depending on how much investment you put into the trace path, it'll deal 50 to 130% of Vanilla Ice's attack to a single enemy. Pro tip, don't. With Yanqing's kit, you want to pretend this button doesn't even exist, and I'll explain why as I delve into the rest of the skills.
Blade in flight!
Now that was Yanqing's skill, Darting Ice Thorn. This deals ice damage to a single enemy, but more importantly, it activates Soul Steel Sync for 1 turn. Now I know exactly what you're thinking. What in the alliteration abomination is Soul Steel Sync? Well, it's Yanqing's talent, silly, and it's explained quite simply in this massive block of text. TLDR, crit rate, crit damage go uppy, aggro go down, and the RNG gods give him a decent chance to perform a follow-up attack after any offensive maneuver, which may freeze the target. Doesn't happen every time, but when it does, hang on to your butts, because freeze is one of the few status effects that will make an enemy completely lose its turn.
But Mr. Bun, how do I know when Soul Steel Sync is active?
First of all, please don't ever call me that again. It makes me sound like a French man who drives one of these vans. The game actually does a really good job showing you whether it's off or on. Off, on, off, on, off.
Swords descend!
Last but certainly not least is Yanqing's ultimate ability Amidst the Raining Bliss, where he stylistically sword surfs his way into an additional 60% crit rate, and if the ultimate is triggered with Soul Steel active, it will further increase his critical hit damage by an extra 30 to 60%, and deal ice damage equal to 210% to 420%, blaze it, of Yan's attack to a single enemy. So needless to say, you want to have Soul Steel active at all times. You'll need to skill proc each turn because it only lasts for 1 rotation, and you want to ensure it's active before triggering the ultimate. That is why I recommend avoiding his basic attack altogether. Now I know it sounds too good to be true, but the catch is that not only is this buff short-lived, but if Yanqing takes any damage to his health, whether that be a direct hit, area of effect, or splash damage, Soul Steel goes away. So defensive strategy, skill point management, and proper team comps are key to his success.
No matter the opponent, a clash of swords is all I need to get ahead. Strong adversaries make for strong improvements.
Now, in order for Yanqing to really shine, he has to be surrounded by the right team and in the right order. You're gonna need a shielder. So whether that be Japard, if you were lucky enough to get him, Fire MC, or you could use March 7th. I don't love March 7th though because of her skill. You'll see here, it actually greatly increases the chances of the enemies attacking that ally, and you do not want any damage going to him at all. So I would prefer using, as the free-to-play option, Fire MC, as he's the one who's actually going to draw the aggro. And now I know it sounds silly, but I do recommend actually structuring the team this way as well, where you have Yanqing actually on the opposite end as your shielder. That way when he's drawing aggro, none of that AoE splash damage is getting over to him. Now if he does get hit with some damage, that's okay, so long as it doesn't impact his health. If it takes away the shield or impacts the shield, Soul Steel Sync will remain. If it takes away his health, it will have to be reprocced. In all honesty, the other two slots are very flexible pending who you have pulled and level up. I'd recommend at least one other support character. I decided to go with Welt, mostly due to the opponent debuffs and imprisonment turn skips, but you could also go with Natasha if you wanted some extra survivability. One character I highly recommend is Ting Yun. Not only will her skill add significant buffs to Yanqing's stats, it will also apply the Benediction Lightning buff to each of his offensive actions. That means it will apply additional damage to not only his attacks, but also his follow-ups. In this clip, note the additional lightning damage that procs twice, both on the ultimate and on the follow-up. However, here's the bad news, boys. I predict the best team is going to be mostly a mono comp, with Japard for the hefty shields, Pela for the ice resistance debuffs and increase to the team's effect hit rate, and Gamer Girl Silverwolf for applying the ice resistance to enemies who weren't originally weak to ice, meaning your Hunt DPS Crit Boy can universally combat an enemy with full effect. Silverwolf is the next banner. Pela is said to be a part of Luocha's banner, which is the one after.
Shut up and take my money!
Lawful Cloud Knight Lieutenant Yanqing, reporting for duty.
Okay, I'm not gonna bore you going through all of the Eidolons. Look, if you get them, great. Your Yanqing is more powerful than the rest. If not, well, congratulations on getting a nice roster of 5 stars instead. Repeatedly getting an ice character that you don't really want. I'm starting to have flashbacks. For his relic set, you want Yan Yan to cosplay as a polar bear. Run the 4-piece Hunter of the Glacial Forest for its increase to ice and crit damage. In terms of substats, be conscientious that his kit provides a 79% increase to crit rate, so focus more on crit damage, energy recharge, speed, and ice damage.
Blade and flight! Not bad. You did better than most. Swords descend!
For light cones, the absolute best option that every single person seems to be sleeping on is...
Subscribe for more.
What? I'm kidding. That light cone is actually trashed here, but as a new content creator, it's my responsibility to remind you every chance I get to
Subscribe for more.
The real pro tip, now this is a super secret for all you guys. If you don't know which light cone to choose for which character, just try selecting the one with their face on it.
Bruh.
For more epic gamer pro tips, be sure to
Subscribe for more.
Beyond signature light cones, swordplay is arguably one of the best for Yanqing. The ability reads as follows. For each time the wearer hits the same target, damage dealt increases by 8%, stacking up to 5 times. The cool thing is, Yan's skill actually procs multiple hits each use, so it's easy to gain a 24% damage increase in just one cycle. Well, there you have it, the worst Yanqing guide you could have possibly found on YouTube, but hopefully this helped you understand not to turn a cold shoulder on this lovable little ice boy. Sure, his reception may have left you a bit frosty, but when built correctly, he absolutely slays. Get it? Huh? Slays? Oh, come on!